Hi guys, I feel like it's been forever since we've done one of these videos, but a little update is we've just been traveling a lot and doing our schoolwork and yeah.
Yep, time's flown by.
It really has.
We're excited to tell you in this video a little bit more about the language and culture here in Cyprus and point out a couple of the cultural differences.
So one of the biggest differences is the times that people eat meals and also going out to restaurants. So breakfast is the same, lunch is around 2, which isn't too much different, and then dinner isn't until 9 p.m. So if you're going out to a restaurant and you show up at 6, no one's gonna be there. And also they're gonna be setting up for dinner that's gonna happen 3 hours later. So it's a little bit weird to be there at that time. So just go around 9, and then also give yourself 2 hours if you're gonna go out to eat, because no one's rushing you to go out. Waiters and waitresses only come by if like you flag them over. They won't interrupt you. Your table is your table for the night. You can stay 4 hours and no one's gonna tell you to move.
Right.
So that was something to get used to. You have to flag down someone to also get your bill. So that's kind of seen as rude in America, like when you're like, hello, like come bring me my bill, but that's what you have to do here. And also, you don't tip here, which is very weird for me still, and it's been about 3 months. I still feel so bad because in America, you just don't do that, but it's not expected here. So many people say don't tip, or everyone says that, and then just people don't do it.
Right. And a couple of the other cultural differences we've noticed, well, to start, they drive on the opposite side of the road as they do in the US. The driver's side is the right-hand side of the car, so that's different. You need to teach yourself how to instinctively look the right way, because you just have to retrain your brain in that way. And also, we thought coming in that there was going to be this island lifestyle, no one's in a rush, and that is the case for some things like the restaurants, but when they're driving, they're very not aggressive drivers, but they're very persistent. And so when you're crossing the road, as soon as you get out of their way, they'll rush to start driving again and not wait for the light to turn. So that's a little bit different than in the US, but
yeah,
I guess they're just trying to get to where they're going. And another thing is that when you're in the grocery store, as soon as you've checked out your items and you're bagging them all up, they kind of rush you out and just start checking out the next person and moving their items. So I don't know, it's not that they're rude or anything. Everyone who works at the supermarket close to us is so nice. But I guess that's just the traditional, customary thing to do here. So we had to get used to that for sure.
Yeah. Now I'm going to talk about some things that you can do on the island. So obviously, you know, well, I don't know, but Cyprus is an island on the Mediterranean. Nothing is that far. Everything that you're going to go to is under 2 hours. Well, different cities. So global semesters is what we use to come over here, and they're really good about taking us to different cities. Like we mentioned before, Larnaca, Limassol, we just did a weekend trip with them with like all 70 of us in Paphos and Ayia Napa. So basically just go back to those cities and explore, because every city is so different, because Cyprus was conquered and like by different like people, so every city is so different, and you're just gonna know Nicosia by the back of your hand. You're gonna walk out and just be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. And
right. So, and you don't have enough time during the weekend trips to go. So luckily we have a long period for finals in May, and you get to go back and relax on the beach and tan. But another thing, like she said, you're gonna know Nicosia like the back of your hand, but it's a really good thing because you feel really confident walking around. And sometimes, I know people stop us and ask us for directions, because it's a very touristy town, because we kind of look like locals and we look like we know what we're doing. So don't be nervous if you think you're not going to get used to life over here and figuring out where to go and transportation. Like she said, it's so cheap and it's so easy to use, and you will figure it out, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's only €5 to get between different cities, and
only 75 cents to get to the old city.
Yeah,
so definitely
it's very
use
reasonable.
it, make friends, and go out and experience the different cities around Cyprus.
Yep. So in our next video, we're going to be talking about our travels to different countries,
I know.
some do's and don'ts, like if it's easy for us. So, yep, check back in a couple weeks and
Right.
that video will be up.
I know. We start spring break this weekend.
Yes.
And we'll be gone for 3 weeks. So we're going to have tons to tell you guys about. So look out for that video.